Welcome back to the RA facility on the campus of Southwest Minnesota State University, where the Concordia St. Paul Golden Bears are facing off against your SMSU men's basketball team. Michael Sterling again here with Stephen, the Great Shaga. And SMSU coming off a tough loss last night, 85-84 against Minnesota State Mankato. SMSU at 5-6. Disappointing year so far. They were held in pretty high regard in some of the preseason polls. Concordia, their season not starting off so well either. 1-6, 0-4 in conference play. They lost last night to Sioux Falls. And Stephen, what is your Shaga says for the men's game here tonight?
Well, you know, I think what the Shaga says is for this game is that we're going to want to see Jordan Miller have a good game early in the first half. Last night he kind of came on late. So I'm going to say that if Jordan Miller has, I'm going to say, let's go with 13 or more points in the first half, that the Mustangs will win this game because he needs to come out and just be really aggressive, kind of help this team get off to a great start.
Yeah, the SMSU has kind of been up and down so far this year. The last few games, they've been alternating wins and losses. Won against Wayne State in their last game, and then they lost against Mankato last night. So SMSU kind of been playing a little bit inconsistent. So they're going to want to get that fixed tonight. But as you said, Jordan Miller, the leading scorer on the year, 14 points per game. Nick Smith with 11 points per game. Matt Zager with 10.3, and Lavion West coming off the bench with 10 points per game as well. Doing a good job of presenting some scoring. Nick Smith also with 7.5 rebounds per game. Jordan Miller with a little over 6 rebounds per game. And again, SMSU looking to get a victory here after a disappointing loss last night. Stephen was broadcasting the game last night. Stephen, what do you think was some of the stuff that SMSU needs to work on from last night?
Well, you know, the biggest thing was just they need to keep up their intensity throughout the whole game. They started off well. They started off the second half well. And then they just kind of lost focus towards the end of the game. Like I said, they were up by 9 points with about 2 minutes left in the game. If you're up by that much with 2 minutes left, you should, in theory, win that game. So, you know, just in order to, you know, get off to a great start and then just keep that intensity throughout the entire game is going to be the key to the game for the Mustangs this evening.
Very nice. And looks like looking from the standings going into last night, SMSU was 4th in the South Division, 2-1 in conference play. Concordia last place in the South Division. Augustana tops in the South Division with a 7-0 record going into last night. St. Cloud State, number 11 in the country, first place in the North Division going into last night with a 6-0 record, 3-0 in conference play. SMSU kind of looking to get a victory here, and looks like a good atmosphere. Some more the people keep filing in. It is ugly sweater night here tonight. The last home game, that last game actually before Christmas break, our last broadcast of the semester. It's been an eventful semester so far with football and then volleyball and now with basketball. Mustangs looking to end the fall semester here with a win, a good taste in their mouth.
Yeah, and you know, the Mustangs are going to have their hands full tonight, even though the other team is only 1-6 in the season. There's someone you want to keep your eye on, number 25. His name is Therese Van Pelt. And in just his second year, he's kind of emerged as a star in the Northern Sun Conference. He's ranked 3rd in the league in scoring, averaging 20 points a game, 4th in assists at 4. And he's been really consistent, scoring at least 16 points in every game that he's played in, while topping 24 times in the last 2 games. So he is definitely going to be someone that Mustangs are going to want to really focus on again. Keep an eye out for him. He's number 25. His name is Therese Van Pelt.
And sometimes in these conference games, you got to throw records out the window. A lot of times, pride has a lot to do with these games. So records might not even matter, even though, as we said, looking at the records and on paper, SMSU should be the favorite. But as we all know, the old saying, these games aren't played on paper, they're played out on the hardwood there. So we'll see if SMSU can rebound from last night's disappointing loss and get a victory here over a struggling Concordia St. Paul team.
Yeah, you know, and it's also worth noting that last year the SMSU Mustangs beat, pardon me, they ended up beating the other team twice They defeated Concordia twice in a 96-74 defeat in Marshall, also an 88-77 win at the Gangelhoff Center. So last year they did well, hoping that carries over this year also.
Yeah, SMSU, as we said, kind of alternating wins and losses lately, kind of struggling with consistency. And Stephen, you said one of the keys is to be consistent. As for Concordia St. Paul, they're just looking to get on a roll, kind of what, kind of similar to the season our women have been having. They only have one win as well, so they're tough to kind of get things going when you're struggling in early in the season like this.
Absolutely. It should be a game that hopefully the Mustangs should win. It certainly looks like it by all accounts, but like you said, when you have somebody who averages 20 points as well as two other players in double figures for the Golden Bears, I mean, they're going to have their work cut out for them.
All right, well, we got a good atmosphere here. Got a lot of people in the stands. We're about ready to broadcast some men's basketball. We're going to take about a 2-minute break for the national anthem. When we come back, we're going to provide the starting lineups, and it'll be time to tip off some SMSU men's basketball, so stay tuned. You are watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV.
American Hero.
I want to help people. I want to make a difference. I want to get things done. Could I be a hero?
She had to apply.
I should give this a try.
There she met people who shared her passion, people who wanted to make change, people who joined AmeriCorps. They cleaned beaches, they helped wildlife. Together they served, together they made a difference. Together they were heroes.
In AmeriCorps, you can be a hero too.
Join AmeriCorps.
Ladies, are you talking to your partners?
About HIV.
2 out of every 3 new HIV/AIDS cases in women are among Black women.
Get informed, get tested. Early detection can save your life. If you test positive, seek treatment from a doctor.
Join the campaign to end Black AIDS, a partnership between Abbott and the Magic Johnson Foundation. Go to WeStandWithMagic.com, get resources, and become a member.
And join today, and thank you.
Like all new parents, my husband and I want what's best for our baby. When it came to immunizations, I wanted the facts. So I carefully researched vaccines, talking to pediatricians and other experts and asking tough questions. The answer was obvious. Vaccines like those against measles and influenza are not only a good idea, they could save our daughter's life. Take the time to get the facts. Vaccines save lives.
Welcome back to the RA facility here on the campus of SMSU. Now it's time for the starting lineups for both teams. First for Concordia St. Paul, starting off with number 11, Cole Olstad, 6'5" guard, sophomore out of Elgin, Minnesota. Number 24, Isaiah Thomas, that's a familiar name to basketball fans, 6'6" forward, senior out of Fridley, Minnesota. Number 25, Therese Van Pelt, 6'1" guard, sophomore out of Osseo, Minnesota. Number 34, Shay Mandley, 6'8" forward, freshman out of Eagan, Minnesota. And number 42, Mike Yankee, a 6'7" forward, redshirt freshman from Delano, Minnesota. The Golden Bears coached by Kelly Bowe in his 7th season, assisted by Chad Welk and Andrew Peterer. As for the SMSU Mustangs, starting off with number 2, Tremel Barnes, 6'1" guard, a senior out of Watson, Minnesota. Number 12, Bernard Birch, 5'11" guard, a junior out of Eagan, Minnesota. Number 13, Jordan Miller, 6'5" guard, a senior out of Mitchell, South Dakota. Number 24, Matt Zager, a 6'1" guard, junior out of Shakopee, Minnesota. And number 44, Nick Smith, 6'9" center, junior out of Johnston, Iowa. And the Mustangs, coached by Brad Bigler in his 4th season, assisted by Brooks McCowan, James Wallace, and Jeff Hansen. Tonight's officials, the referee, Mike Petrich from Hastings, Minnesota. The umpires, Brian Maurer from St. Paul, Minnesota, and Bob Shoey from Chanhassen, Minnesota. And that was kind of the rundown of the lineups. And Stephen, as we look at the starting lineup for SMSU, got a kind of a smaller lineup. Got 4 guards, and then Nick Smith at the post. So it'll be interesting to see how they stack up against a bigger Concordia St. Paul team.
Yeah, well, you're going to think, when you have 4 guards, you're going to want to have a lot of ball movement. If you only have one person who you can really, safely dump it into in the post, you're going to have to see a lot of screens, a lot of off-ball movement, and they're going to have to be really, really busy all over the court tonight.
And again, it's going to be a good atmosphere here. You see the student section packed up pretty high. A lot of people wearing the ugly sweaters looking to cheer the SMSU men onto a victory. Like we said, coming off a tough game last night. Some of the Mustangs had good games, though. Jordan Miller had 25 points, 3 for 5 from the three-point arc, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. Nick Smith had 20 points last night and 7 rebounds, 10 of 15 from the field. Jarvis Williams for Mankato had 27 points. A lot of those points from the free throw line, so the Mustangs defense got to sure up on the key players for Concordia, and especially Therese Van Pelt that you mentioned. He's having a good season so far.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to watch him play. He looks ready to go, and like I said, the key to the game is I think Jordan Miller getting off to a hot start tonight, looking for at least 13 or more points in the first half, and if they do, I'm going to go out on a ledge and say I think the Mustangs will take this game.
Nick Smith and Shea Manley going up for the tip-off. And the Mustangs get it. Bernard Birch with the ball. Off to Barnes. Now to Miller. Inside to Smith. Nice pass. The ball just rolls off the rim, though. Rebound by Therese Van Pelt. Van Pelt looking for an open man. Concordia trying to get it inside. Manley with the hook shot. That one's no good. He gets his own rebound, though. Back out to Van Pelt. Now a pass off to the baseline. Shot is up and good. Mike Yonke with the first 2-pointer of the game. Concordia off to an early 2-0 lead. Bernard Birch driving on the other end, gets the basket. Now, just like that, game's tied up at 2.
And just like last night, too, Bernard Birch really aggressive early. He got into some foul trouble last night, so we had to go ahead and take a seat on the bench for a little while of the game. But, yeah, he's an aggressive guy who can get to the rim and really finish.
Yonke tried to pass it off, almost threw it away, and an early foul on Bernard Birch. And one thing, that's fairly obvious from watching SMSU games the last few years is the women's games are more slow-paced, not as much action. Men's games, sometimes they're hard to broadcast because they run up and down the court quicker than you can talk.
Well, yeah, Coach Brad Bigler really employs the whole full court press for basically the entire game.
Zager puts it up. Another shot that just rolls out of the rim. Rebound by Cole Olstad. Deep three-pointer. That one no good. Rebound by Miller.
And they got held a little bit there by number 42. Managed to shake him.
Pass out to Barnes. Now kicks it out to Zager. Nice pass to Smith. That's good, but an offensive foul called. Nice way to take the charge by Mike Yonke.
Number 24,
Matt Zager, that's his first personal foul. Van Pelt bringing the ball up the court. Now to Thomas. Now to Yonke. Olstad trying to drive towards the basket, gets the basket. And Concordia now with a 4-2 lead.
Olstad, the third leading scorer for the Golden Bears, averaging 13.8 points per game.
And something the Mustangs haven't been able to do so far is get off to that quick start you talked about. Almost a turnover there, ball knocked away by Cole Olstad.
Already, first round of substitutions for the Mustangs. Like I said, Coach Brad Bigler loves to just play a full court press for most of the game and do a lot of subs, trying to keep players fresh and tire out the other teams.
Lavion West, William Giddings, and Sean Condon into the game now for SMSU. Miller with the ball, trying to drive baseline, puts it up, shot good. We are tied once again at 4. 17 and a half minutes left to go here in this first half. Olstad kicks it off. but an offensive foul. Nice job of drawing the charge. I believe that is Miller.
Yeah, Jordan Miller was there a solid at least second and a half. And he just kind of braced himself for the blow and got the call.
Men's game's also much more physical. Seen 2 charges already in this game. Barnes trying to drive. Nice pass to Giddings. Back out to Condon. Miller now with the ball, almost lost it. Back to Giddings. He puts up a deep 2. That one's good, nothing but net. SMSU now with the 6-4 lead. 17 minutes left in the first half.
Will Giddings shooting really well so far this year, shooting 50% from the field.
And Olstad, we thought he threw it away, but according to the ref, it got tipped out of bounds. Not sure if I agree with that call, but the ref has the final say.
And the crowd got excited, and then they were not too happy.
Van Pelt, pass out to Yonke, and his shot not even close. Mustangs once again pushing the ball up court. Miller now with a 2, kind of a mid-range jumper, and that one goes in. SMSU with an 8-4 lead.
Jordan Miller with half of those points so far.
Pass goes back out to Van Pelt. Gonna slow things down just a tiny bit. Concordia coach yelling at his players to get open. That shot no good, rebounded by Miller. Already has a few rebounds here tonight. Lavion West kicks it out to Sean Condon. Baseline jumper, that's good. Mustangs are on a hot streak right now. They have a 10-4 lead with 16 minutes and 3 seconds left. One of the SMSU players almost tripped over himself in a celebration. Going for the 30-second timeout. We're going to take a quick break. You are watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV.
You can eradicate polio. You can promote peace. You can feed the hungry. You can help children do better in school. Because you can get involved with Rotary. Because Rotary believes that by working together, you can do anything. Learn more at Rotary.org.
Welcome back to the RA facility here in Marshall, Minnesota. SMSU with a 10-4 lead over the Concordia men. Again, the SMSU women lost 81-59 earlier this evening against Concordia women. Mike Yonke with an easy shot, but that one bounced out of the basket.
Yeah, Concordia St. Paul not being able to finish very well so far. 2 of 8 so far from the field tonight. Just a lot of easy looks.
2 offensive rebounds for the Mustangs. Lavion West had a few opportunities to finish, but wasn't able to. Now Miller with the ball. Pass to Barnes, he's gonna take it in, and they're gonna call a travel. Lifted that pivot foot there. 15.5 minutes left to go.
Yeah, I didn't see an obvious travel there, but the referees did. They get to make the calls. I don't, unfortunately.
As you said, the Mustangs with that kind of a full court press. Olstad trying to draw the foul. Again, the shot no good, but he will go to the line.
Yeah, and that's just a smart play by Olstad. Anytime you're able to get your defender up in the air and they're in a close enough vicinity for you to go up and kind of draw a little contact, you're going to get the call more often than not.
And that's kind of one of the things I kind of have a hard time with. I believe that if the offensive player initiates contact and leans in like that, then it shouldn't be a defensive foul. But if the defensive foul or the defensive player initiates contact, then I think it should be. That's kind of my reasoning there, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. That's 2 for 2 from the free throw line for Concordia. Now it's a 10-6 ball game. Nick Mabbitt gonna come in, a 6'9" forward, all the way from Milton Keynes, England. Giddings out to Zager. Smith throws it away, kind of a pass that was too hot to handle. Now Van Pelt, kind of a little speedster, but shot blocked. I believe that was Lavion West with the block.
We talked about Therese Van Pelt. We wanted to keep an eye on him as he's the leading scorer, averaging 20 points a game for the Golden Bears so far tonight. 0 of 2 from the floor, just 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 1 steal. So he's been active, but just not very successful so far on the offensive end.
Mabott gets the inbound pass. The turnover by Concordia. Lavion West with the pass to Nick Smith. That shot might have been partially tipped. Now Van Pelt with the ball. I believe it's Olstad now. Van Pelt gets the ball back. Good defense by SMSU. There's a little shot fake, though.
That was a nice fake, just not able to drain it there.
That's one thing disciplined teams, or more disciplined teams, learn to never leave their feet like that. One thing, one tip one of my old coaches used to say, watch their belly button and never leave your feet until you're 100% sure they've left theirs, which is kind of a good tip.
I've heard that too, which is weird looking at another man's belly button, but hey, it works.
14 minutes, 21 seconds left. And a big alley-oop, Lavion West. Matt Zager with the assist. That is a big-time play. And that'll get the crowd into it. Lavion West with one of the best dunkers on the team.
Yeah, if there's one player who really has the athletic ability to do those on a consistent basis, it is definitely Lavion West.
I thought Zager tried to throw up a desperation shot there, but nice alley-oop.
Yeah, he had a plan.
Shades of that North Carolina State game against Houston all those years ago, national championship game, an old Sports Center clip, seeing the late, great Jim Valvano running onto the court after Wolfpack won the national title.
Is there a difference?
Concordia coach
He's
giving a compliment to one of the officials. So.
Well, it didn't start off as a compliment. He was coming over asking the referees, hey, why is he not shooting? And then the referee explained. He said, okay, yeah, you're right, good call. Kind of walked away. Everybody chuckled.
Nice little feel-good hallmark moment here. It is the Christmas season. Christmas season's full of hallmark moments. 12-6, SMSU with the lead. Exactly 14 minutes left here in the first half. Nice screen there. That ball got kicked away. The shot no good. Bernard Birch with the rebound. Birch puts up a deep 2, and it's good. 14-6, SMSU with the lead.
Yeah, that was a tough shot by Birch, too. He kind of jumped off 1 foot off balance, but managed to get it. Nothing but net.
Thomas to Olstad. Shot is up, and it is good. That was Cordell Smith seeing his first action. The shot is up. Good, and he will go to the line for a free throw.
And you talk about, being disciplined enough to not leave your feet. Well, 2 Mustang players that time jumped up.
That's exactly what happens when you leave your feet like that. You're pretty much helpless at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Cordell Smith, a 6'3" junior out of Mequon, Wisconsin. He puts that one in, so it's down to a 5-point deficit. DJ Lewis out in front of us, hoping to check in soon. Nice pass to Nick Smith. Can't finish the play, but gets fouled. Cole Olstad with the foul. Looks like Jordan Budenhagen going to come in for the Mustangs. He's sitting down over there by the scorer's table.
And all this talk so far about Trez Van Pelt, and he has been active, but he just hasn't really shown us, what we thought. A lot of offense so far. Like he said, Stills only had 2 shot attempts, hasn't made 1 just yet. So
Smith misses the free throw, and he's only been shooting 61% on the season. So a lot of times those bigger players, not the best free throw shooters. You look at Shaq and see how much Dwight Howard for the Lakers has struggled with free throws this year. Smith knocks that one down, though. 15-9 lead for the Mustangs. Almost a near steal there. Nice recovery, though, by Miller. Mabott trying to work his way in. Van Pelt now with the ball. Nice I was going to say nice defense, but they call a foul on Nick Smith.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that was a foul. I mean, Nick Smith, on that possession did a really great job bodying up player, turning, got his hands up, and I didn't see the foul there, but overall, a really great effort on the defensive end for Nick Smith.
Yeah, it looks like he went straight up to me, didn't really see a foul there. And he already has 2 fouls on the game. And Smith, one of the taller players on the team. The next, the tallest player on the team, David Condon at 6'10", really doesn't see a whole lot of playing time. Like we said, SMSU kind of going with a smaller lineup this season so far. 15-11 gain now after both free throws were made. 13 minutes left to go in the first half.
Yeah, smaller lineup seems to be working for him pretty well so far, shooting 58% from the field for Southwest, and they're playing some good defense. Concordia St. Paul only 3 of 13 from the field.
One thing a smaller lineup can do is it can wear down a bigger team, but not if you keep turning the ball over like that.
Yeah, absolutely. 4 turnovers so far for the Mustangs.
Van Pelt puts up a shot. That's good. And now Bigler wants a timeout. After a hot start, the Mustangs kind of cooled down a little bit. And we're going to keep it right here for the break. Steven, what has jumped out at you so far in this game? Any surprising stats?
Well, both teams are playing pretty well. I mean, really, the biggest thing is that Concordia St. Paul has not been shooting well. That could be possibly attributed to the defense of SMSU, but like I said, Concordia St. Paul only 4 of 14 from the field, and they've missed all 4 of the 3-point attempts that they've taken so far, whereas Southwest Minnesota 58% from the field, and they haven't taken any 3-point attempts so far. Jordan Miller with 4, Venard Birch with 4, and so it's been a balanced scoring attack from each team. It always makes you a little nervous though when you look at a team like Concordia St. Paul and they're shooting such a poor percentage, only 4 of 14. You look, they're only down 2 points, 15-13.
Yeah, SMSU, you got to take advantage of these opportunities that Concordia gives you. And you leave a team with kind of a down record in the game like this, they get more confidence. Jordan Budenhagen with the 3-pointer there.
Yeah, he's one of the better shooters on the team, shooting 46% from beyond the arc this season. Made that one look easy.
He does a good job coming off the bench, providing some scoring. Miller fights for the rebound, able to get it. They're going to push down the court again. Budenhagen with the ball. Back to Miller, another 3-pointer, and it's good. Jordan Miller, one of the best pure shooters on the team and in the conference, puts it in. And now he forces a jump ball. Going to stay with Concordia, though. But great hustle by Jordan Miller.
Jordan Miller not shooting especially well so far this season, only 38% from the field, 35% from 3-point range. But tonight, he's perfect from the field. 3 of 3 from the field, made his only 1 3-pointer, as you just saw there, along with 2 assists in just 6 minutes. So Jordan Miller having an outstanding first half so far.
Helping SMSU to a 21-13 lead. As Van Pelt with the ball, nice screen from Mabbitt. And now Isaiah Thomas with the shot. It's up and it's good.
Isaiah Thomas definitely a threat from outside, shooting 49% on the season from beyond the 3-point line.
Yeah, they did give him a 3. I thought it was only a 2, but it's 21-16 lead for the Mustangs. Lavion West, nice pass to Jordan Miller with a reverse layup. Mustangs looking pretty good after that timeout. And foul, that was kind of an obvious call on Tremel Barnes.
Jordan Miller, by the way, now with 9 points on the evening. Talked about the key to the game for Shaggy says being him scoring 13 points or more in the first half, and well, he's pretty close. Not even halfway through the first half.
Now they're gonna have free throws. Mustangs already in the bonus, already with 17 fouls. That's not something you like to see, like you said, not even halfway through the first half.
Right. Gives the opposing team a chance to just make some free throws, and they've made them so far tonight. 6 of 6 from the line are the Golden Bears.
Kelly Bowe talking with his player Isaiah Thomas. Van Pelt, his second free throw is up and no good. Rolls off the rim. Miller with another rebound. Miller, nice pass to Lavion West, and basket no good, but he gets fouled.
That was a nice pass by Miller, too. Went up for the three. Recognized he had a player open underneath and just tossed it up there while he's at the top of his jump to Lavion West. Going to the line.
Lavion West shooting 71% from the free throw line. Able to put that one in. Like we said, he's averaging a little more than 10 points per game and averaging almost 3 rebounds per game. And he makes both of those free throws, so a 25-17 lead for SMSU. Nice half-court trap there. DJ Lewis with the shot. It's no good, though. And it's going to be a foul on Concordia. Nick Mabbitt with the foul.
Mustangs up by 8 points here with 10:51 in the first half, 25-17. They lead the Golden Bears.
Miller with the ball. Tried to get it to West, but he wasn't paying attention. Van Pelt going to take it down the court and kicks it back out to Thomas. That shot up and good. That's a three-pointer. The lead back down to 5 points for SMSU.
Isaiah Thomas having himself a pretty nice game so far. 6 points, making 50% of his shots in just 9 minutes.
Foul on DJ Lewis. 16 fouls on Concordia now. Close to the bonus for them. A lot of fouls. Refs calling it kind of close here. Nice pass. Shot no good, but put back by Lavion West.
Lavion West really active so far tonight. He is 4 points on the night, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block.
And another rebound by Jordan Miller. He's got to be having quite a few rebounds so far in this game.
Yeah, Jordan Miller right now with 5 rebounds.
And another turnover by SMSU. It's kind of hard to see sometimes.
Yeah, it's a story that I'm starting to wonder.
Referee getting in our way a little bit.
I'm starting to wonder if maybe there's something in the water with all these turnovers here for SMSU. We have 6 already in the first half for the Mustangs.
Mustang men faring a little bit better than the women did so far tonight. Deep three-pointer by Van Pelt. Offensive rebound by Mabbitt, though. And a timeout called by Concordia St. Paul. Smart thinking. We're going to take a quick break. SMSU with a 27-20 lead. We're going to take a break for about 30 seconds. You're watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV.
At Southwest Minnesota State University, our students come first. It's a commitment you can see in our new Regional Events Center, Residence Hall, Student Center, and Science Lab renovation. We've invested over $80 million in the past decade for top-notch facilities. And we're not stopping there. Southwest Minnesota State University, it's where you belong.
Welcome back to the RA facility here in Marshall, Minnesota. 9:21 left in the first half. SMSU with a 27-20 lead over Concordia. Stephen, you pointed out during the break that you might have seen Therese Van Pelt kind of nick his elbow a little bit.
Yeah, number 25 there, Therese Van Pelt, he hurt himself there a little bit on the previous play. He was kind of bent over outside the huddle for a moment and looks to be just fine, but worth keeping an eye on just to see as he's the Golden Bears' leading scorer. See if that affects his shooting in any way moving forward.
Almost a near steal by Giddings. Van Pelt now driving, putting up a shot, kind of off balance. Rebound by Lavion West.
15 rebounds so far for SMSU as opposed to only 7 for Concordia St. Paul.
I'll tell you what, SMSU is just so athletic, so quick. When they want to, they can get after any ball that they want to.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's just a question of desire as Concordia comes up with the ball that time. Van Pelt again with a drive. kind of looking like a track meet out there. Everybody just running down court as fast as they can. And now going the other way. Giddings, no good. And who will come up with the ball this time? This time it's Jordan Miller. And he's already in double digits with still 8 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first half. Man, you need to catch your breath after that transaction. Lewis putting up a shot. That one rolls out. Another rebound by Miller. Getting close to a double-double in this first half. Smith saved it, but it was to Therese Van Pelt. Another turnover by the Mustangs.
Up to 7 so far in the first half. Still not affecting them too much. Points off turnovers is 9 for Concordia St. Paul, but yet the lead still remains 9. SMSU up 29-20.
Van Pelt trying to get in. Now he's trapped. Pass back to Mabbitt. Deep three is good. Big 6'9" player out of the United Kingdom. You know, sometimes those taller European players, they got some good shooting range. You just think of Dirk Nowitzki, an obvious example in the NBA.
Yeah, well, he's only shooting 25% on the season, but he certainly had more than enough time to load up there as Jordan Miller commits the 8th turnover of the night for the Mustangs, and there's going to be a timeout. Brad Bigler has apparently had enough.
And another unforced turnover. We talked a lot in the women's game about unforced turnovers, and like you said, SMSU, the men kind of struggling with turnovers here too. Looks like 8 turnovers for the men, only 3 turnovers for Concordia so far.
Yeah, SMSU is for the most part playing well with the exception of the turnovers. They're doing seemingly everything right. They have 6 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, all over the boards. Like I said, 17 rebounds as opposed to only 9 for Concordia St. Paul, and they're shooting really well. They're shooting 60% from the field, and they've also made 100% of their shots from beyond the arc, whereas Concordia St. Paul is not shooting well at all. 29% from the field, 37% from beyond the arc. But the reason that they're still in this game, 29-23, is because of those turnovers and because of those 12 points off turnovers.
Mustangs with a 29-23 lead, 7 minutes, 18 seconds left. Michael Sterling here with Steven Shaga. We haven't mentioned that we have a little note taker here, little sports broadcaster in training, our very own Allie Kopachik, kind of observing. She's doing a good job. So you might hear her wonderful voice broadcasting some games sometime in the future.
I'm looking at her to be my bodyguard in case any errant balls come over here. She can step in the way and take one for the team.
I'd be like the CIA defending the president.
Yeah, I don't want to get hit in the face. Don't want to hurt the moneymaker.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Exactly. Plus the glasses.
Right, exactly. These were expensive.
Van Pelt with the ball for the Golden Bears. SMSU with nice, tough defense. That shot goes in. And it'll be an and-one situation.
Nick Smith is not happy with that, as that is going to bring Nick Smith to, is it his 2nd or 3rd fall?
That's his 3rd.
Yep, and he'll have to probably take a seat here for the remainder of the half. And like you said, when you only start one, true post player here for the Mustangs, now it's just going to be playing small ball for the rest of the half.
Now David Condon is coming in, the 6'10" forward, redshirted last year out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin. We mentioned that he hasn't seen a whole lot of playing time.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't really seen any playing time this season. Not appearing on the stat sheet, but kind of playing out of necessity right now, needing some height out there on the court.
Absolutely.
There's a nice big screen by Condon. Got 2 Condons out there now, actually, Sean and David.
That's not confusing.
David Condon kind of down by the hoop, putting the shot up. Nothing but air.
Yeah, you have to kind of think, when you have a moment there, you don't want to take too much time to go around. You want to just kind of muscle up and try to get it in.
SMSU only up by 3. Concordia sticking close. And like we said, when you keep a kind of a lesser team close in a game, they start to build confidence. And now they're going to call, I believe, an offensive foul on the screen there on number 42, Mike Yonke. So a break there for the Mustangs. 6:05 left to go in the first half. Ugly sweater night here. A lot of people with their ugly sweaters in the last broadcast of the semester for KSSU. Tramel Barnes to Birch. Birch puts up the shot. That's good. Kennard Birch, his shots so far have gone in silky smooth. Nothing but net.
Yeah, Birch is just so quick. He can just get someone, just kind of break their ankles for a second for wide open shot. And yeah, 6 points on 3 of 3 shooting so far tonight for Kennard Birch.
Van Pelt gets a handoff from Yankee. Yankee now with the screen. Now a corner trap and a foul. I believe they're going to call that on Tramel Barnes. And now looks like Jordan Miller going to come back in. And the Concordia coach is having a little word with DJ Lewis.
Tramel Barnes now with 2 fouls. Jordan Miller coming back into the game. He's having a very effective game thus far. 11 points on 5 of 5 shooting. Perfect from beyond the arc. 8 rebounds already in first half. 2 assists and 1 steal. So Jordan Miller so far having himself quite a game for the Mustangs.
Yeah, pretty good stat line. Mike Yankee, his second free throw up and good as well. 2 for 2 on that trip. Once again down to a 3-point deficit. 5:13 left to go in the first half. David Condon setting a screen for Barnes. Miller now with the ball, almost a turnover there. Nice defense by DJ Lewis, not giving Miller any room to work. Sean Condon now, that shot no good. Kind of was a little bit too far into the basket when he let go of that thing. Now DJ Lewis taking it up himself. No good, but I believe they called a blocking foul. So coach says, good job, DJ. Obviously pleased with the way that Lewis drove to the basket.
Yeah, they're really attacking here. They're really trying to go in and get the ball inside, as their outside shooting is not going so hot for them so far.
That free throw up and good.
DJ Lewis, that is his first free throw actually of the whole season. So he's now shooting 100%.
And it looks like Concordia is shooting a 10 of 11 so far from the line, so it's a pretty good percentage themselves as a team.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of all the opportunities from the line.
Well, SMSU in the double bonus, they're going to have a lot more opportunities in the next 4 minutes, 42 seconds.
Surely will.
SMSU now with only a 1-point lead. Concordia staying in this game. Nice defense again by DJ Lewis.
15 points off turnovers for the Golden Bears, which is half of the points they've scored so far, which is why they are still in this game.
Yeah, turnovers will kill you. We saw that in the women's game for SMSU. And a foul. It looks like DJ Lewis was playing a little bit too close that time.
The second personal foul, 18 fouls in the half.
That's 2 for DJ Lewis, so that means Lavion West is going to the line for 2. 1-on-1.
Concordia just in the regular bonus, so like Steven said, a 1-and-1 for Lavion West.
Lavion West is a decent free throw shooter, 72% on the season.
He makes the first one, always a big thing to get the first free throw down. Kind of a wintry, icy, snowy night. A lot of intense action here in this game. SMSU with a 33-30 lead. That full court press, putting the pressure on, and a traveling violation. So turnover now on Concordia.
That is their fifth turnover of the night for Concordia St. Paul, so they're having a few issues holding onto the ball as well. Pardon me, their 5th turnover of the night.
Coming up on 4 minutes left, Barnes passes it off to Giddings. Back to Barnes, gets it to Miller in the corner. Lavion West now going to drive a little bit, puts up a wild shot, no good. West gets a few offensive rebounds, still nothing. Rebound by William Giddings out to Miller, puts it up, no good. SMSU kind of dominating the board so far, but haven't really been able to take advantage of a lot of their offensive rebounds.
No, some nice hustle there by Lavion West, but unfortunately not able to make anything out of it.
Thomas to Van Pelt. Now inside to Yankee. Shot no good. Put back no good. And a foul going to be called. Shea Manley with the foul. That'll mean more free throws for the Mustangs.
Yeah, a lot of kind of just wild play here on both ends. A lot of missed shots, a lot of people going up trying to get rebounds, and getting a little sloppy here as the first half comes to an end.
That's what happens when both teams are so fast-paced here. So in so much of a hurry to get a shot off or to make that perfect pass, that sometimes you just rush it and it ball ends up 5 feet away from where you want it to go. Missed free throw there. So that foul doesn't do any damage.
Mustangs 5 of 7 from the free throw line.
Come on, DJ! Come on, DJ!
Lewis with the ball. Manley trying to drive to the basket. Nice block by Lavion West. See, Bernard Birch kind of went down hard, but he looks like he's fine getting down the court. And another unforced turnover.
Little miscommunication there. Will Giddings was clapping his hands, wanted the pass, and a little bit out to the side. Looked at his teammates and kind of held his hands up in front of his stomach and said, "Here's where I want it, not out here."
Again, another unforced error. Van Pelt getting a trap near half court. 2.5 minutes left in the first half. SMSU up by 3. Concordia coach yelling at his players to try to get something going. Almost a steal by Birch. Thomas with a three-pointer, that no good. And a foul. I believe they're going to call that on Concordia. So we'll see who the foul is on. That's on Yankee again. His second. And more free throws for SMSU.
Jordan Miller at the line, shooting 2.
Jordan Miller going to go to the line, and he's one of those guys you want at the line. He's shooting 85% on the season.
One thing to know while we have a quick break, too, is we talked about Trez Van Pelt, the player for the Golden Bears, who's averaging over 20 points a game. Tonight, he's only 1 of 6 from the field with 5 points. Most of those have come from the free throw line. So Mustangs doing a good job of keeping him contained so far.
And Jordan Miller now with 13 points after those made free throws.
Full court press there of the Mustangs.
Lavion West also doing a good job so far with 8 points. Bernard Birch with 6. This full court press really helping out the Mustangs, putting a lot of pressure on the Concordia offense. And almost another steal. Lavion West knocks it away. Wasn't able to save it from going out of bounds.
Momentum almost carried him over to the concession stand there, Lavion West. Able to regain his footing. Ready to go.
2:02 left in the first half. SMSU 35-30 lead. Van Pelt looking to make something happen, puts up a shot, no good. He gets a rebound though, puts it up again. This time it goes in. 35-32, SMSU laid back down to 3 points. Birch with the ball. West goes up for the drive. Nice pass to Giddings. He kicks it out to West. And a 3-second violation and another turnover on the Mustangs.
3 seconds there. That brings them to double digits in turnovers. That's 10 turnovers for the Mustangs.
Minute 20 now left in the first half. DJ Lewis with a three. That one no good. Jordan Budenhagen with a rebound. That deep pass to Giddings. He puts up a shot. It's good. Rolls around the rim for a while, then finally falls through. 37-32 lead for SMSU.
Nice awareness there for Jordan Miller to do that full court pass.
Less than a minute left in the first half now. Nice pass inside. The basket is good. Back down to a 3-point deficit. Back and forth, back and forth. It's been that kind of game so far. William Giddings with the ball. "12 seconds on the shot clock. Miller trying to get close. Passes it off to the corner. That shot is good. That was William Giddings. A three-pointer now, a 40-34 lead.
Giddings shooting 25% from beyond the arc on the season, but made that one with ease.
Foul by Lavion West.
And that's going to go ahead and put Therese Van Pelt at the line, where he's done most of his damage for so far tonight. He has 7 points now, 3 of 4 from the line. 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals. So he's been really active any other way, just not offensively so much, but getting it done here at the free throw line.
It's a fairly decent stat line. To see a few subs coming in. Tremel Barnes, Matt Zegger coming in as well for SMSU. Demetrius Martin and Cordell Smith coming in for Concordia. 6 seconds left in the first half. That free throw is good, so now it's 40-36. Birch hustling down the court. Puts it up, and it's in! What a shot! What a way to end the first half for SMSU. And they head into halftime with a 42-36 lead. An impressive drive by Bernard Birch there.
Yeah, that was an acrobatic move. I mean, he showed us athleticism, his ability to just accelerate down the floor, and then kind of did a Cirque du Soleil shot there at the end to give the Mustangs that lead here, 42-36.
And that's how we will end the first half. SMSU, as Steven said, 42-36 lead. We will be back in a little bit to bring you the first half stats and the second half action. Stay tuned. You're watching Mustang basketball on KSSU TV. Welcome back to the RA facility here on the campus of SMSU, where the Mustangs have a 42-36 lead over Concordia St. Paul. Michael Sterling and Stephen Shaga here bringing you the game. And Stephen, after the women came up short earlier in the night, losing 81-59, the men aren't playing too bad, but why don't you give us some stats from the first half?
Yeah, well, you know, if I were to tell you that they were shooting over 55% from the field, 75% from beyond the arc, and 7 or 9 from free throws, you'd probably think that they had a huge lead. But they don't have a huge lead, and that is because Mustangs have 10 turnovers, which has led to 15 points off turnovers for Concordia St. Paul, which is almost half of the points they've scored so far. So Mustangs shooting really well, just turning the ball over a little bit too much in the first half.
Yeah, a few other stats. Jordan Miller, 13 points, so you got your first half prediction on the dot there.
Well, yeah, I did say at the beginning of the game that Jordan Miller started off strong. I said if he had 13 or more points in the first half, the Mustangs would win. So rest easy, Mustang fans. It is assured.
He also has 8 rebounds, so very close to a double-double.
Yeah, Jordan Miller's playing well. 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal in 16 minutes. So Jordan Miller playing extremely well.
On the other side, Trez Van Pelt, leading scorer for Concordia St. Paul, only has 9 points. Does have 5 assists, though, and 4 steals. As Steven mentioned, a lot of those points coming from the free throw line, 5 of 6 from the line. As you said, Concordia, 10 of 34 shooting, only 29%. So by the numbers, you would have thought that SMSU would have a huge lead, but not so. Numbers don't always tell the whole story.
Yeah, if the Mustangs are able to go ahead and try to keep their turnovers down here in the second half, they should be able to pull away without too much of an issue. One thing to keep an eye on, though, once again, is, we mentioned Trez Van Pelt, 9 points, but only 2 of 8 shooting. He does generally average over 20 points a game, so if he heats up, that can make things interesting as well in the second half.
Again, Mustangs looking to overcome a close loss to Mankato from last night, losing 85-84 after they blew a late lead. Mustangs hoping that doesn't happen again here tonight. Jermel Barnes with an open lane, puts up a shot. That's good. SMSU now with an 8-point lead. Good start to the second half. Thomas with the ball now. Van Pelt, nice pass to Yankee. Foul on the floor.
Nick Smith back in the game again to start the second half. He picked up 3 fouls in the first half, had to sit for basically half of the first half, but he's back in there.
Got a little surprised during halftime to see Santa Claus over there by the student section. Probably giving out some presents.
Yeah, if you look closely, you'll probably see them walking around, greeting all the kids and college students alike, spreading some holiday cheer.
Might be a good omen for SMSU as Concordia gets a basket to go in. The best present that SMSU could receive right now is a win. As we said, both the men and women lost last night. The women lost tonight. So SMSU looking to avoid being swept throughout the whole weekend. Matt Zager with the basket there. 46-38, SMSU with the lead. A deep three-pointer, that one is in. Cole Olstad with a nice three, 46-41.
Olstad shooting 44% from beyond the arc on the season, so he can definitely shoot it.
Nick Smith, that shot no good. Rebounded by Olstad. 18:20 left to go in the second half. Van Pelt with a deep shot. That one goes in as well. A deep 2, cutting the deficit to 3 points.
We talked about wanting to keep an eye on him, Van Pelt, number 25. He's someone that can heat up as the game goes along.
SMSU hasn't been able to put Concordia away yet. Zager misses the three-pointer. Concordia came into this game at 1-6. SMSU at 5-6. Van Pelt with the ball just out in front of us. Yankee with the mid-range jumper. No good. Rebounded by Matt Zager. Now a jump ball. Bad break for SMSU because the possession arrow goes back to Concordia.
Zager upset because he had that rebound and then the Concordia player went in to go grab it and he was saying, hey, what the heck, I had it. But
Lavion West and Sean Condon coming into the game for the Mustangs. Van Pelt looking inside. Now a deep three-pointer rebounded by Miller, though. Deep pass to Sean Condon. Condon drives towards the basket, puts it in, and it's good. Condon has 4 points on the game, and now a Concordia player went down hard.
Looks like he maybe got poked in the eye there, perhaps.
Can't quite tell who it is. Looks like
Looked like that's number 34, perhaps.
Shea Mandley.
He's down and looks to be in quite a bit of pain.
And while we're waiting, we're gonna take a quick 30-second timeout. So just stay tuned. We will be back shortly. You are watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV.
They say America is the land of opportunity. But today, 1 out of every 6 children lives without enough. That's nearly 13 million of us living below the poverty line, struggling every day just to hang on. This is America. Together, we can do so much. Will you help? Go to povertyusa.org today and get involved.
Welcome back to the RA facility in Marshall, Minnesota. Manley got helped out to the bench, and looks like he caught an elbow to the eye. And SMSU with a 48-43 lead. Cordell Smith looking to inbound the ball, gets to Van Pelt.
And that player looks to be just fine. Looks like he had just a little bit of blood coming from underneath the eye, so it looks like he just kind of got poked, perhaps.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I mean, there's not really anything you could do but laugh at that.
That's exactly what Cole Holstad did, too.
Yes.
He went to go throw an alley-oop, and, well, it went in. So.
Just how you drew it up. Right, Cole. That wasn't a pass. That was definitely a shot.
Yeah, the coach over on the sideline for the Golden Bears just kind of laughing, shaking his head, saying, I mean, I guess we'll take it.
Gonna have to put that in the playbook from now on.
Yeah, I don't see that very often.
48-46 for SMSU after that crazy shot. Cole Olstad having a pretty good game, 15 points. As you see, William Giddings puts the first free throw in for SMSU. .16 minutes, 33 seconds left in the second half. Giddings, his second free throw goes in as well. It's now a 4-point lead for the Mustangs. Nice tenacious defense being shown by SMSU. Van Pelt with the ball. Looking to get it inside, and that's an easy basket for Nick Mabbitt. Down to a 2-point deficit for Concordia.
That gives Van Pelt 6 assists on the evening, so he's distributing as well as scoring.
Sean Condon with the 3. That one's good. Condon with a big shot, giving him 7 points on the evening.
Mustangs 4 of 6 from beyond the arc, so they're shooting extremely well this evening.
That'll give the Mustangs a little breathing room. And a foul going to be called on Jordan Miller there. Van Pelt went up for the shot.
Mustang foul on number 13, Jordan Miller.
That'll be his second foul.
His second personal foul, second team foul of the half.
And Van Pelt, as we mentioned, doing a lot of his damage from the free throw line so far tonight.
Yeah, he's 5 of 6 from the line so far. Not shooting great, only 3-9 from the field, but he's getting to the line and he's making them count.
Free throw is up and it is good.
Kind of has an odd free throw routine here. I encourage everybody to kind of check this out here. It kind of looks like he does a dance move. Watch this. So I think he takes his right foot and kind of puts it out behind him. Go ahead and take a look if we can. See if yeah, there we go. It's the left foot. I don't know what he's doing. Looks like he's skiing, but it seems to be working. So I guess we'll just let him keep doing it, huh?
Mustangs deficit back down to 3. SMSU hasn't really been able to pull away here in the second half. Still a lot of time left. 15:38 left. And a big pass from Lavion West to Nick Smith. Nice assist there. Nick Smith only with 3 points on the night. Kind of having a quiet game so far. Cordell Smith with the 3-pointer. No good, a little too long. West now bringing the ball down court for SMSU. Sean Condon with another 3. That one's no good. And now it's Concordia pushing it down the court. Van Pelt going up for the shot. No good. Offensive foul. And it looks like that was Matt Zager who took the charge, and he went down hard.
Yeah, looks like he kind of hurt himself. Maybe, I don't know, looks to be okay. Looks like he's going to try to walk it off a little bit.
He's going to come out for a little bit, but it looks like he wasn't hurt too bad, just maybe a little bit banged up.
Yeah, maybe banged up, maybe a little cramp or something, but looks to be all right.
That's a big defensive play there by Zager. Mustangs looking to get a little breathing room here. Coming up on 15 minutes left to go in the second half. Smith out to Barnes. Back to Smith. As you mentioned, Smith with only 3 points on the night. And it'll stay at 3 points after that shot is no good. Van Pelt pushing it down court. Mustang faithful with the defense chant trying to get a stop. And another foul. We'll see who they give this foul to. It's going to be Sean Condon, his second of the night. As you see on the big screen, Santa Claus handing out some presents to people out in the crowd. I think we've earned a present tonight, don't you think?
I think we've been on the nice list for the game so far. I would say so.
I mean, doing 2 games in the same evening, I think we should get like a lollipop or something.
You know, it was interesting. Before this foul was called, the head coach of the Golden Bears, his name is Kelly Bowe, he was telling the refs, he said, you know, maybe we should switch ends so I can get some foul calls. And then shortly after, he got one. So that is the 18th free throw for Concordia St. Paul in the night.
I was going to say, that's a good way to earn a technical, too. So you might want to be careful. Miller with the pass to Budenhagen. Puts up a 3, and it's good. Jordan Budenhagen. Another good shooter for the Mustangs. Puts it in.
Yeah, we talked about him a little bit earlier as well. He's having quite a nice game shooting so far. 2 of 2 from beyond the arc.
A lot of traps and a lot of close, tenacious defense being played by SMSU. Van Pelt trying to drive baseline, kicking it out. Concordia moving the ball around. Shot no good, but a foul. Tremel Barnes saying just kind of in disbelief, but guess what? You got called for the foul, buddy. And that'll mean 3 free throws for Cole Olstad.
Olstad having a nice game so far. 15 points, 5 of 8 shooting. Made all his free throws. 3 points, 1 assist.
First free throw, no good.
And he's at 15 points. He generally averages 13.8 a game, so having himself a nice game personally.
That one goes in. (58-53) SMSU with the lead. Make that 58-54. 13 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in the second half. Miller gets it into Smith. A nice pass, but a bad angle. William Giddings was right under the basket that time. And so Concordia has a chance to make it a one-possession game. And a turnover there by Concordia.
Nice job of Jordan Miller keeping that ball in bounds.
Miller gets the steal. Nice pass. Oh, thought it was a nice pass, but Nick Smith couldn't get to it.
It's 12 turnovers on the night for those of you keeping track at home.
And that's one of the reasons why Concordia has been able to stay in this game. For those of you who are just tuning in, the Mustang women lost to the Concordia women earlier, 81-59. Nice basket cut by Van Pelt, gets the basket in.
And Brad Bigler wants to take a moment here as
going all the way out to the free throw line on their side of the court. And we're going to take a 30-second break, and we will be back. You're watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV.
Americorn Hero.
I want to help people. I want to make a difference. I want to get things done. Could I be a hero?
She had to apply.
I should give this a try.
There she met people who shared her passion, people who wanted to make change, people who joined AmeriCorps. They cleaned beaches, they helped wildlife. Together they served, together they made a difference. Together they were heroes.
In AmeriCorps, you can be a hero too.
Join AmeriCorps.
Ladies, are you talking to your partners?
About HIV.
2 out of every 3 new HIV/AIDS cases in women are among black women.
Get informed, get tested.
Saying the regional event center, but that's the football field. So I don't know why that's still in my mind, Steven. Football's been done for almost a month and a half now. But, 12 minutes, 52 seconds left to go in the second half. SMSU with a 58-56 lead. And it's ugly sweater night out here at SMSU.
You know, one thing I wanted to point out here for the Mustangs is I talked about earlier the importance of Jordan Miller getting really involved early. I said he needed to score 13 or more points. Well, he's still at 13 points. He has yet to score in the second half. So look for Jordan Miller to perhaps try to be a little bit more aggressive here offensively as it gets down, to within the last half of the second half here.
Yeah, get some screens, try to give him some separation from his defenders.
17 points off turnovers for Concordia St. Paul in this game, which is why they're still in it.
William Giddings, nice pass to Nick Smith.
And that just shows, like we talked about earlier, just the athleticism that this team has. Will Giddings able to go up and still have enough body control to be able to toss that pass for an easy bucket for Nick Smith.
Giddings drew both of those defenders, leaving Nick Smith wide open. Good basketball IQ there. Kind of a battle on the inside, and an offensive foul. Coach Kelly Bowe not happy. I guess they called a 3-second, not a foul.
That was interesting. Dude, Tremel Barnes was the one that pointed it out to the refs, and then the ref said, yep, you're right, and called it. Golden Bears coach not too pleased with that call.
Nick Smith getting the ball again. Like you said, a quiet night for him, only 5 points. Tremel Barnes now driving, another nice pass to Smith, and he puts it in. Nick Smith really benefiting from all these nice passes from the Mustangs.
And Nick Smith now with 7 points on the night after sitting out the entire first half. Well, not the entire first half, but a good chunk of it.
Van Pelt with a 3, and that'll kind of quiet the crowd.
Yeah, Van Pelt's heating up here. He now has 18 points.
SMSU defense kind of fell asleep there. He's left wide open. Stay with it! Shooter! Miller now with the ball. Shooter, Kuwait! Mustangs being kept out on the perimeter here in this possession. Miller, and that'll be a foul called. And Coach Bowe not very happy, because I think I might have just heard a little bit of an expletive. This is a family program, coach. Be careful.
I believe he was referring to Daffy.
Yeah.
Daffy Duck.
And that'll reset the shot clock too, as the shot clock was getting down to 7-8 seconds before the foul.
Still just a 3-point game. Golden Bears just hanging around.
Jordan Miller driving baseline, going up and gets fouled again.
There you go. That's the aggressiveness we were talking about. We saw from Jordan Miller in the first half. Haven't seen so far yet in the second, but driving to the lane.
Coach Bo kind of almost having a conniption over there, just beside himself at some of these calls, but
the crowd giving him some good-natured heckling as he looks like he might just pass out.
Jordan Miller misses the first free throw, though. Sometimes it's just fun to watch how these coaches react. Sometimes the more animated ones, like, of course, most people remember Bob Knight, how he would react sometimes.
Yeah, let's hope there's no chairs thrown or anything.
Makes for some good highlights or bloopers. As another shot nailed by Concordia, once again, staying in this game. Bernard Birch, he gets fouled.
He initiated that contact, Bob. He jumped in.
Nice little follow-up there, too, by Lavion West. It was after the play had been whistled, but nice job with following through.
Coach Bo once again trying to get a hold of the officials. Birch, his first free throw up and good.
Coach of the Golden Bears there telling the ref that he thought that SMSU players had initiated the contact. The ref just said, well, and walked away.
Not the ideal explanation, but I guess when you're the referee, like we said, they have the final say.
Yeah, they don't have to explain themselves if they don't want to. Try to give you guys the inside scoop as to what we're hearing down here.
It's kind of like when you ask a parent why they tell you to do something, they say, because I said so.
Yeah. Gotta love that as a kid.
Good trick for you parents out there. Pass out to West, now to Miller. Puts up a three, no good. Nice tip out back by Zager, and they're going to say Concordia knocked it out. Nice hustle by Lavion West, and that was Therese Van Pelt also chasing after it. Mustangs catch another break. With the 3-point lead, 64-61, 10:31 left in the game. Still a lot of game left.
And for the Mustangs, shooting so well, shooting over 55% both from the field and from the three-point line. The Golden Bears are still really hanging around.
Condon couldn't finish that play off. Thomas over to Van Pelt. Crowd trying to get the SMSU defense going. Van Pelt almost loses the ball.
Keep an eye on Van Pelt here. He's going to be shooting this one. Oh, never mind.
DJ Lewis with the shot, no good, but another foul on a three-point shot. I'll tell you what, I've seen more three-point shooting fouls this evening than I think I've seen in the last few years of watching basketball.
Yeah, there's been quite a few. Let's see, they're going to give it to him as a shooting foul? Nope.
Nope, I guess they're not going to call a shooting foul. My mistake. So Van Pelt getting the inbound pass. Pass inside to 34. That shot no good. That definitely was a shooting foul. Going to call it on Bernard Birch. That's his second foul. Now Nick Smith going to come back in, and Tremel Barnes also going to come back in.
Number 13, Jordan Miller.
Therese Van Pelt has 18 points. Cole Olstad has 17.
Shea Mandley, his first free throw up and no good.
And for the team that's been shooting well from the line, I missed that one there. 19 to 21 from the lines are the Golden Bears. Got 22 free throws on the night, so there's been a lot of fouls called. A lot of players from both teams shooting free throws this evening.
Well, both teams were well into the double bonus in the first half. And that one just rolls in, so back down to a 2-point lead for SMSU. Mustangs got to find a way to put Concordia away. Matt Zager gets the pass. Pass now out to Smith.
Plenty of time left on the shot clock, just sets it back up.
And they're going to call an offensive foul on Bernard Birch. That was his second. They actually gave that last foul on the defensive end to Jordan Miller, his third. So
Have to be careful here. He doesn't pick up another.
Concordia can either tie it up or get the lead if they get a three-pointer.
You can feel the intensity starting to pick up here a little bit with the crowd. Nice defense there by Lavion West. Almost forced a turnover.
Kick out to the corner. That shot is good. And now Concordia with the lead. 65-64, 8:45 left in the game.
Cordell Smith with that last basket. 8 points and 2 of 5 shooting.
Nice pass inside to Smith. Back out to Zager. That shot's good. SMSU answers back with a three-pointer of their own. 67-65, Mustangs with the lead.
Matt Zager quietly having a good night as well. 5 points, 2 of 4 shooting, 1 rebound, 1 assist.
Cole Olstad, his three-pointer is good.
That's going to give Cole Olstad 20 points to lead all scorers on the night. 3 of 5 from beyond the arc, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. He's having himself quite a nice evening.
Lavion West now with the ball, putting up the shot. That's good. Just a back and forth, just kind of scoring affair. 69-68, SMSU with the lead.
Yeah, that's a shot you're not going to see often from Lavion West. Kind of a fadeaway jumper there, but made it work. Nick Smith has the ball just kind of literally fall in his lap as he's on the ground.
That's a jump ball, and that'll go to SMSU.
Checking in for the Mustangs, number 3.
Jordan Budenhagen going to come in. Jordan Miller also coming in. And now Therese Van Pelt going to come back into the game for Concordia.
Got to think at this point Jordan Miller is probably in the game for the remainder of it.
Impact player like him, you got to keep him out here in a close game like this. Barnes gets the screen from Smith. Back out to Miller. Now Miller gets the screen. Nice pass again to Smith. We've seen that play a number of times now, and Concordia hasn't been able to adjust to that. And Coach Bo wants a timeout, and we're going to take one with him. Going to take about a minute break. SMSU with the 71-68 lead, 7:03 left. We'll be back in 1 minute. You are watching Mustang basketball on KSSU TV.
AmeriCorps Hero.
I want to help people. I want to make a difference. I want to get things done. Could I be a hero?
She had to apply.
I should give this a try.
There she met people who shared her passion, people who wanted to make change, people who joined AmeriCorps. They cleaned beaches, they helped wildlife. Together they served, together they made a difference. Together they were heroes.
In AmeriCorps, you can be a hero too.
Join AmeriCorps.
Ladies, are you talking to your partners?
About HIV.
2 out of every 3 new HIV/AIDS cases in women are among black women.
Get informed, get tested. Early detection can save your life. If you test positive, seek treatment from a doctor.
Join the campaign to end Black AIDS, a partnership between Abbott and the Magic Johnson Foundation. Go to WeStandWithMagic.com, get resources, and become a member.
And join today, and thank you.
Welcome back to the RA facility on the campus of SMSU. The Mustangs have a 71-68 lead over Concordia St. Paul. 7 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in the game. Concordia, even though they are 1-6 on the year, keeping it close with SMSU, who is 5-6 on the year after a tough loss to Mankato last night, 85-84.
And this is going to be an interesting finish, I think, just like last night, hopefully with a different result for the Mustangs, but it is a close one. Once again, keep an eye on number 25 there, leading scorer of the year for Trez Van Pelt.
Olstad with the ball. He's had a pretty good game tonight. Getting it into Thomas. That shot no good. Rebound by Smith. Jordan Miller now with the ball. Mustangs have a chance to kind of extend their lead. That shot, foul called on the floor before the shot. It's called on Cordell Smith. That'll be his third foul. You mentioned Cole Olstad with 20 points. Therese Van Pelt with 18 for Concordia. Jordan Miller with 14 for the Mustangs. Miller now, that'll be a traveling violation, a costly mistake for the Mustangs. Even when they have chances to pull away, they keep giving Concordia opportunities to stay in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. There's times where you just think that SMSU is going to be pulling away here, and you look up and they're only up by 3, 71-68.
And another foul going to be called.
You can tell the crowd here is getting a little sick of all the fouls being called.
Hey, you want to be able to let them play a little bit. You know, basketball is naturally just a physical game. So if you called a foul in every little contact, you know, the games would take like 10 hours.
Once again, Trez Van Pelt to the line. He's 7 of 8 so far in the evening, giving him a decent amount of his 18 points. Again, a very good game for him overall. 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals. He's played a lot of the game too, played 32 minutes thus far.
First free throw is up and it is good. Down to only a 2-point lead for the Mustangs. Second free throw good as well, so a 71-70 ball game for SMSU. William Giddings, nice pass again to Smith. That's, I believe, the 4th or 5th time that Nick Smith has gotten a pass like that from a player who has drawn a couple defenders.
Yeah, he was set out a lot of the first half due to foul trouble, but he's definitely making his presence known here in the second.
And another foul as Van Pelt goes down hard.
Van Pelt going to the free throw line once again.
And that's Jordan Miller's 4th foul, so one more and he'll be done for the night. And the Mustangs really can't afford to lose him in a close game like this. So he's going to have to be extra careful.
They're going to have to start charging Van Pelt rent. He's been on the free throw line so often. 9 of 10. 2 more attempts coming here. Again with the odd free throw motion. Looks like perhaps he's on, I don't know, Dancing with the Stars with his left foot.
In SMSU, it's kind of been a disappointing start to the season so far. After winning their conference tournament last season, making it to the NCAA tournament, they were predicted in some polls to, they were picked 14th in some of the preseason polls. And now with a 5-6 start, it's got to be a little disappointing, but still a lot of time to turn the season around.
Absolutely. Off to kind of a mediocre start so far for SMSU as a whole, but plenty of time to turn things around.
Nick Smith really coming alive in the second half. Only had 1 point in the first half, now with 11 in the game as that ball was knocked out of bounds. 5:29 left, SMSU with a 75-72 lead.
SMSU having a little bit of difficulty here getting their defensive assignments, but looks like they have it worked out.
Olstad getting the ball inside. Now back to Thomas, and Olstad again. Shot, no good. That's going to be an over-the-back foul.
And that was pretty obvious. Jordan Miller there had position. He was about to get the rebound, and he just came right over the top of him.
That's a big call, and that'll be a 1-and-1 situation for SMSU. Jordan Miller going to go to the line. Miller already with 14 points in the game. Kind of struggling in the second half, though.
Yeah, he just, he's been doing a lot of other things in the second half. He had 13 points in the first half, and now is a double-double. Just got his 10th rebound not too long ago. So 14 points. Make that 15 points for Jordan Miller, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. He does have 5 turnovers, but also 2 steals.
And making free throws like this will help seal a victory. Free throws are always big when getting down into late game situations. 77-72, SMSU with the lead.
There's that full court press.
DJ Lewis throwing up a wild shot. Tremel Barnes ends up with the rebound. Now SMSU can really kind of get some momentum here. Nick Smith working on the inside. Nice pass to Giddings, who puts it in. Now William Giddings in double digits for scoring, and SMSU with a 7-point lead.
Nick Smith displaying some nice passing.
Now Coach Kelly Bowe wants a timeout. SMSU maybe starting to pull away. That depth really starting to show for the Mustangs. And 4 minutes, 37 seconds left. SMSU, like we mentioned, 79-72 lead. Michael Sterling here with Steven Shaga, and Steven, it's been kind of a little bit too close for comfort most of the night for the men, but overall not too bad of a performance so far.
Yeah, no, it's been good. SMSU has had 36 points in the paint, so they've been playing predominantly down low, whereas Concordia St. Paul has had 18 three-point attempts. So, they're shooting at a decent rate, 45% from beyond the arc. So SMSU shooting really well, shooting very high percentages. Just that Concordia St. Paul has taken a lot of three-point shots and have made a fairly decent amount to keep them in the game.
And just a few more statistics. Cole Olstad still at 20 points on the night. Therese Van Pelt with 22. For SMSU, got a few players who have done a lot of good scoring. As you see a little kid dancing up on the big screen there, little timeout entertainment. But William Giddings with 11 points on the game. Lavion West with 10. And then Nick Smith with 13. Also Jordan Miller with 14.
Yeah, it's been a balanced attack for the Mustangs with 4 players in double digits. Only 2 in double digits for Concordia St. Paul, but both above 20 points for them.
Coach Kelly Bowe again talking with the officials. Not really happy with the way they've been calling the game. Again, he might want to be careful.
SMSU now has a 7-point lead. 79-72.
Nice defense. Steal by Bernard Birch. And Birch gets the shot to go in. Now SMSU with a 9-point lead.
Now equals their largest lead of the night.
The Mustangs have had big plays when they've needed them tonight. Van Pelt putting up a wild shot. That's no good. Poor shot selection, trying to draw a foul, but obviously off balance there. .348 left. Van Pelt, another foul, and we'll see whether this one was on the shot or not.
Sure looks like it. He's heading over to the free throw line. See if they give it to him as a shooting foul. Looks like they will.
So Therese Van Pelt gonna shoot 3 free throws.
Therese Van Pelt, again 22 points on the game. 11 of 13 from the line now. Check out this left foot. does something a little odd. Here we go. I don't know what that is.
Jordan Miller is going to come back in for Birch. Again, Miller's got to be careful with 4 fouls.
Yeah, can't afford to lose him as the game goes on here, but with 3:47 left in the game, can't really afford to not have him in the game at this point either.
81-74 now, Mustangs with the lead. Miller driving toward the basket. Nice pass to Giddings. He puts it in. 83-74.
Jordan Miller's 7th assist on the night, so watch out for a triple-double watch.
And a nice assist from Miller to Giddings. And the Mustangs, for some of their mistakes they've made this weekend, there's no mistake that their offense has been working. They scored 84 points last night, and now they have 85 points tonight. So they've really been doing a good job on offense this weekend. Now with an 11-point lead, 3:19 left to go in the game. As we mentioned, this will be our last broadcast of the fall semester. SMSU next home game will be January 11th against St. Cloud State. And classes will resume here at SMSU January 14th. So I don't know if we will be broadcasting the game on the 11th and the 12th or not. But it'd be a good momentum builder to end the fall semester with a victory here.
The SMSU now has a little bit of breathing room, leading 85-74, their largest lead of the night here, with 3:19 left. Now keep in mind, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but SMSU was up by 9 points with about 2.5 minutes left last night. Ended up losing by just 1 point. So if you're the Mustangs, you got to make sure you're keeping the pressure on and kind of just keeping the pedal to the metal here all the way to the end of the game.
Yep, got to make free throws. Don't let up on defense, and don't start turning the ball over again.
Yeah, SMSU's playing pretty well here in the second half. They're limiting their turnovers. 5 players in double figures, and Jordan Miller especially almost having a triple-double right now with 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists.
Concordia needs a little bit of a sense of urgency right now.
That's going to be the guy right there that's going to be doing it for them if they're going to make a comeback. Trez Van Pelt with 24 points on the night.
Pass out to DJ Lewis. That shot no good. And kind of a loose ball. Barnes ends up with it. Smith getting pressured now. Now it's Bernard Birch taking the ball down court.
If you're the Mustangs, you want to keep attacking, and that's what they do right there. Widening the lead to 13 points, 87-74.
Birch now with the 13 points as well. Manley with the ball now he kicks it back out to Lewis. Puts up a wild shot, that one no good. Rebounded by Tremel Barnes. Another timeout called by Coach Bigler. So we're going to just keep it here. SMSU with an 87-74 lead, their biggest of the night. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left as Concordia is starting to run out of time to make that comeback.
Yeah, 13 points is a pretty sizable lead with 2:15 left, so things are definitely looking good here for the Mustangs. They've really cut down on their turnovers. They had, I believe, 10 or 11 here in the first half, and now they've only had, I think, 2 or 3 since the second half has begun. So they've really been taking care of the ball well, and it seems to be paying off for them.
We mentioned SMSU's schedule. They won't have another game for quite a few weeks until January 4th. They'll be taking on Winona State at Winona. For Concordia, their next game will be December 19th. They'll be hosting Waldorf College. SMSU actually had a scrimmage against Waldorf, or an exhibition game early on in the season. Miller goes up with a reverse shot. Oh, almost.
That's an acrobatic play.
Well, we've seen weirder shots go in tonight, I guess. So why not?
18 fouls now. Jordan Miller at the line,
Jordan Miller with 16 points has a chance to add to that total. Now 17 points. The only player out on the court that doesn't have double-digit scoring right now is Tramel Barnes. He only has 2 points. Miller, that free throw no good. 2 minutes left now, and the Golden Bears really have to hurry up. Van Pelt trying to put up a shot, and that's a foul on Nick Smith, and now he has 4 fouls. Him and Miller both with 4.
Ball number 44, Nick Smith, his 4th personal foul.
So once again, Trez Van Pelt going to the line. 13 of 15 so far.
Like you said earlier, Van Pelt making a living, practically pitching a tent out on the free throw line there. Bigler's going to send Bernard Birch in. South. And Giddings is going to come out. Van Pelt now with 26 points on the game. Full court press now by the Golden Bears. Mustangs got to take care of the ball. And another turnover. Demetrius Martin with the layup. And it's a 10-point game. And there's the foul. So Tramel Barnes will go to the line. 1 minute, 34 seconds left.
81% free throw shooter on the season is Tramel Barnes.
Concordia going to try to extend the game. And Giddings, after getting a breather for literally maybe about 20, 30 seconds, he's going to go back in.
Nick Smith comes out, gets a pretty nice hand from the crowd.
First free throw is up and good.
With an 11-point lead here with 1:30 left, this game is all but out of reach for the Golden Bears.
Make that a 12-point lead now. As SMSU pulling out a full court defense of their own. Van Pelt almost lost the ball there. Olstad now going up. That shot no good. Trying to tip it back in a few times, and a foul finally called. And they're going to call that on William Giddings. Only his second.
Olstad at the line, shooting 2.
Looks like Bernard Birch may have tweaked his left elbow there. Just holding it for a moment, trying to stretch it out. Looks to be just fine, though. Seen that a lot tonight. A lot of sort of injuries for a moment where they, look like they might be in a lot of pain. Just kind of shake it out, keep playing.
First free throw, no good for Cole Olstad.
In for the Mustangs, number 3, Jordan Buttonhagen.
Who's kind of been stuck on 20 points for a while.
Jordan Miller, I don't know, something happened to him there. I'm not sure. Brad Bigler asked him if he was all right as he comes off. Maybe he got hit in the face, it looks like.
That free throw no good as well. Nick Smith got to hold on to that ball. And finally a foul is called. It seemed like they were wrestling for that ball for like 5-10 seconds.
That was weird. They were kind of awkwardly hugging for a moment, and then foul was called.
Well, like we said, it's the season of Kodak moments. So,
yeah, I guess. Hallmark moments, right?
Got another one there. Nick Smith now at the line. 13 points so far in the game. SMSU nearing 100 points. They're at 91 right now. Got a few good scoring games from several players on each team. Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Isaiah Thomas. Mustangs keeping with that full court press. Van Pelt goes in for the layup, and that's good. The timeout is going to be called. by Concordia.
Golden Bears take a full timeout.
And we are going to take a quick 30-second break, and we'll be back. You are watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV. Welcome back to the RA facility here in Marshall, Minnesota, where the SMSU Mustangs are about a minute and 3 seconds away from getting a victory and moving back up to 500. They have a 91-80 lead over Concordia St. Paul. Again, the SMSU women lost earlier, 81-59 to the Concordia women.
And this is the kind of game where you really see SMSU at their best. You know, we have a lot of ball movement. Players sharing the ball. Like I said, we have 5 players for SMSU in double figures tonight. So really playing well together as a team.
A lot of good passes.
Yeah, there was an alley-oop earlier too. Don't forget about that. That was pretty exciting.
And that pass, they're going to give the ball back to SMSU.
Yeah, and that one looked like Nick Smith had kind of been held on to a little bit there and a little frustrated, rightfully so.
Speaking of interesting shots, let's not forget that Cole Olstad, we'll just call it a shot, but I think he was trying for the alley-oop instead.
1 minute remaining.
Just went in.
And Olstad again with another basket, giving him 22 points on the evening and a quick foul. Like we said, Concordia just going to extend the game, try to make SMSU make their free throws.
Golden Bear foul number 5, Demetrius Martin, his second personal foul.
Demetrius Martin, his second foul of the game. And Tramel Barnes at the line. Again, the only SMSU player on the court right now not in double digits in scoring. He has 4 points on the night. That first free throw goes in. A lot of free throws in this game. 34 for Concordia, 24 for SMSU.
There's been a lot of whistles.
Both free throws good. Now 93-82. 51 seconds left. Olstad, that three-pointer no good. Van Pelt trapped in the baseline. And another foul on Jordan Miller, and that will be it for him. Although a lot of the Mustangs letting out a angry groan, and I don't blame him. I don't know what he did to warrant that foul, but nevertheless, his night is over, and Coach Bigler gonna just have a little conference with the officials. Not sure exactly. Probably just wanted a conference with his players. Jordan Miller ended with a decent night.
Yeah, Jordan Miller had a very nice night, actually. He had 17 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, well, 7 turnovers, but 2 steals as well. So overall, a really nice night for Jordan Miller.
Yeah, good stat line, a double-double for him. Nearly a triple-double, as you said. What was it, 8 assists?
Yeah, he had 8 assists on the night.
Not too bad of a night. That first free throw goes in. I'm sure the last thing you want to do in a game is foul out. That's a tough thing to swallow.
Yeah, and Concordia here just prolonging the inevitable. Down 10, 34 seconds left, but they're going to just keep doing it because they can.
Yep, Concordia going to make the SMSU fans wait out a victory that the people here at the RA facility have been waiting all weekend for. Like we said, SMSU 0-3 this weekend so far. 2 losses by the women, 1 loss by the men last night against Mankato. First free throw goes in for Barnes. Lavion West coming into the game as well now.
Seems like Barnes has been to the free throw line here a little bit in the second half, so this is his 7th attempt right here for the night.
And that one goes in as well, 95-83. Isaiah Thomas going to put up a deep three. That one goes in. So game's not quite over yet.
Well, it's over in theory. But Concordia just wants to draw it out a little bit, it looks like.
And they're going to have a full timeout. So, Steven, it's been kind of a long evening. Like I mentioned earlier, we did the women's game earlier. Now kind of just finishing up the men's game. Kind of a little bit of a long night, but it's fun doing these games. Especially more fun in situations like this when you're winning.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this game has been a lot of fun for the SMSU men. I mean, they're playing really well. The thing is, also, I haven't mentioned this in a while, is they're shooting lights out. They're shooting 62% from the field and 60%. They're making more than half of their three-point shots, and you don't see that very often. So, really, really good night offensively for the Mustangs.
And another thing I want to compliment the school on is all the theme nights that they do for the basketball games, and I know they did a few for the football games this year too. Like last night they had a America theme night, and tonight was obviously the Ugly Sweater night. So SMSU does a good job of trying to get the fans involved with these different themes and everything. Kind of keeps things interesting.
Yeah, they certainly do a lot of ugly sweaters tonight. Very impressive.
And that'll be another quick foul. Concordia not ready to admit defeat yet.
Yeah, I think they just kind of want to warm up the bus for a while before they get on it. Make sure the heat works, and I don't know. No reason really at this point to be fouling, but I guess they're going to do everything they can to make sure they can't make a little comeback here.
And try to give their people more time to dig their bus out of all that snow.
I guess so.
Speaking of all that, I hope everybody who traveled to the game here tonight and is traveling this weekend, hope you travel safe because it might be a little slippery. I heard talked with a few people during the halftime of the men's game. They said it was still snowing outside, so it'll be interesting going outside tonight, seeing how much snow we actually got today. Both those free throws go in. Excuse me, one of the free throws does. Van Pelt's going to take a deep three. That one's no good. William Giddings with the rebound. And now it looks like Coach Kelly Bowe says no foul. So that'll pretty much do it. SMSU, after a tough loss last night, they kind of pull away from a scrappy Concordia team. And it is official. SMSU with a 96-86 victory over Concordia St. Paul. We are going to take a 2-minute break, and then we will be back to wrap up the game and give you some stats. You are watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV.
American hero.
I want to help people. I want to make a difference. I want to get things done. Could I be a hero?
She had to apply.
I should give this a try.
There she met people who shared her passion, people who wanted to make change, people who joined AmeriCorps. They cleaned beaches, they helped wildlife. Together they served, together they made a difference. Together they were heroes.
In AmeriCorps, you can be a hero too.
Join AmeriCorps.
Ladies, are you talking to your partners?
About HIV.
2 out of every 3 new HIV/AIDS cases in women are among black women.
Get informed, get tested. Early detection can save your life. If you test positive, seek treatment from a doctor.
Join the campaign to end Black AIDS, a partnership between Abbott and the Magic Johnson Foundation. Go to WeStandWithMagic.com, get resources, and become a member.
And join today, and thank you.
Like all new parents, my husband and I want what's best for our baby. When it came to immunizations, I wanted the facts. So I carefully researched vaccines, talking to pediatricians and other experts and asking tough questions. The answer was obvious. Vaccines like those against measles and influenza are not only a good idea, they could save our daughter's life. Take the time to get the facts. Vaccines save lives.
We all have a vision of that perfect smile. But when it comes to our smile, it's not something we can draw or wait to miraculously appear. We need an orthodontist, dental specialists with 2 to 3 years of specialized education beyond dental school. Your child might be the next Picasso, so trust that brilliant smile to the right hands. Seeing an orthodontist no later than age 7 can help achieve a healthy, beautiful smile. For more information, visit braces.org.
Welcome back, everybody, to the RA facility here on the campus of SMSU. We've got some good victory music playing in the background. Michael Sterling here with Stephen Shaga. SMSU men, after a disappointing loss last night, come up with a 96-86 victory over Concordia St. Paul. And Stephen, looking at some of the stats here, what did you think was some of the differences in the game tonight?
Well, some of the differences were just that SMSU shot really, really well. I mean, they shot 62% from the field. They shot over 60% from the three-point line. So, I mean, they were just on fire. And then the other thing was their scoring attack was really balanced. They have 5 players in double figures. Jordan Miller with 17, Will Giddings with 15, Nick Smith and Bernard Birch with 10, and Lavion West. Nick Smith and Bernard Birch with 14, Lavion West with 10. So just a lot of really balanced offense and some really, really hot shooting.
Yeah, a lot of good scoring efforts for each team. For Concordia, Cole Olstad ended the game with 23 points, and then Therese Van Pelt ended with 28. So a lot of big scoring, 96-86 the final score. Again, let's just review next games for SMSU, January 4th at Winona State. Next home game, January 11th at St. Cloud State. For Concordia, their next game will be December 19th against Waldorf College. That will be at Concordia. And so, Stephen, it was a pleasure doing these games with you tonight.
You as well.
Like I said, it was kind of a long evening, but it was fun nonetheless. At least
Good.
we got one victory out of it.
Exactly. 1 for 2 isn't too bad.
Yep. And we have Ali Kopacek here. Hope you learned some good things. Didn't get too annoyed by listening to us all night. And thank you to everybody else in the production room. Did a good job making us look good, making us sound good, and just doing a good job on the camera work. And just thank you for everybody coming out and supporting the Mustangs. Again, travel safely if you need to travel. If it's still snowing out there, just be careful. And for right now, like I said, this is our last broadcast until next year, till 2013. Everybody have a good, safe holiday. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, whatever holiday you celebrate, make sure it's fun and safe. And we will see you in 2013. Have a good night. Thank you for tuning in to Mustang Basketball on KSSU TV.